Mike Leach and the Mississippi State Bulldogs definitely started 2020 out with a bang, and then just as quickly as they arrived, they disappeared. Can they be more consistent in 2021? You really don't know with a Mike Leach team. It's going to be tough to put a figure on how good they're going to be or how much they might struggle, but people will enjoy watching them. They'll enjoy what Leach has to say, and it's definitely going to be a roller coaster. It's just a matter of how entertaining that roller coaster will actually be. At number 10, we have UCF transfer Randy Charlton. Now, Randy's a guy who kind of ran into some trouble at UCF and needed a fresh start. I think he's a guy with a lot of potential. I don't know if he can realize that potential at Mississippi State, but he definitely has the ability to be disruptive on the defense, and Mississippi State could use a guy like that to step up for them. Number 9, Colin Duncan on the backside of the defense. A guy who does a little bit of everything. He had 45 tackles, 2.5 for loss, and 2 picks last year. If guys like Randy Charlton are doing their job, Colin Duncan should be making more plays in the passing game for sure. Number 8, linebacker Tyrus Wheat. Last year had 6 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 1 pick. Again, another guy that will work with Charlton to make Duncan's life a lot easier. Number 7, running back Jaquavius Marks. Now, anybody that plays running back for Mike Leach knows that they're not going to be a focal point, at least in the running game. So you're going to have to learn how to catch the ball. And last year he had 268 yards receiving to go with 312 yards rushing. So he can step up a little bit. He can learn how to be more effective as a pass catcher, but that's what you're going to have to do in a Mike Leach offense. They're not going to run the ball as much as you would in a normal offense. That's just how it is. You just have to adapt. Number 6, cornerback Martin Emerson had 11 passes defended last year. Teams really like to test him, and he passed, so he might see a little bit less action this year. Although if Mississippi State's offense is struggling like some people think they will, it could be that the defense is out there a lot more and teams won't care who they're testing. Number 5, linebacker Aaron Brule. For a team that was run by an offensive coach, there's a lot of defensive players here, and we're not done quite yet. Brule had 74 tackles, 8 for loss, and 4 sacks last year. A guy who's just a natural playmaker for this Bulldogs team. Number 4, offensive tackle Charles Cross. He made the freshman All-SEC team and started 10 games last year. Guy who is just getting started in his career. Number 3 is a quarterback battle. We have Will Rogers and Jack Abraham, the guy that transferred from Southern Miss, and I think it's going to go well into the season. It would be interesting to see if they use both guys. Will Rogers was used late in the season last year as a freshman. Abraham's a little bit more experienced, but he's also coming from Conference USA into the SEC. I think he has the talent to be a starter, but it's just a matter of does Leach trust him enough with the limited time that he's had to be the starter for them. Number 2, wide receiver Jaden Wallace. 718 yards last year with 2 touchdowns. A guy who can be a big play threat for either quarterback, either Rogers or Abraham. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do in year 2. Can he get chemistry with both guys if they use the 2 quarterback system? It's going to be interesting to see if he can do that. That's going to play a big role in determining how well the pass game goes. They're going to throw the ball a lot, whether the quarterbacks are ready or not. So it's going to be a big key for him to find some chemistry with one or both. If they're using 2 QBs, he's going to need to know how to work with both guys. Number 1, cornerback Emmanuel Forbes. Like I said, we're not done. 5 picks last year with 3 of them going for touchdown, which is absolutely insane, and 6 passes defended on top of that. For a team that's known for offense, like I said, there's a lot of defensive guys here, and I think that's a good thing for a Mike Leach team. The defense needs to be sharp because the offense is going to either run at a high pace or really get off the field quickly. So either way, there's not going to be much rest. Emmanuel Forbes is a guy that can be a first-team All-SEC talent, and the defense is going to look to him to provide some steady play, some big plays when they need him the most. And it'll be interesting to see what this defense can do in response to whatever the offense does. Mike Leach is a talented coach, and I don't know if he can do what he did in the first game for most of the season this year. The first game being where they beat LSU. It'll be interesting because after a while, if you don't win games, your quotes aren't as funny. People want you out the door, and they're gonna wonder why they fired Joe Moorhead so early. And last year things were really really good, and then all of a sudden they were really really bad. Can they at least stabilize this year? That'll be a big key. The offense has some question marks. Defense appears to have the talent. It's just a matter of can they put it all together and really be a solid team in the SEC West.